Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Ruben Torrens, and today I'm going to tell you about when you should dig into your RRSPs. In reality, you can withdraw money from RRSPs at any time, whenever you feel like it, because it's your own money, and there is no such a thing as an age. There is an age limit in order to hold an RRSP account, which is age 71. After December 31st of the year in which you turn age 71, you can no longer have an RRSP account. It must be converted into a RIF. But what I'm going to tell you today is when you should take money out of the RRSPs and make sure that that money will end up, or most of that money at least, will end up in your bank account and not in the government's account. So, which I think is important. So, in order to do this, the very first thing that you need to do is to know uh, where is the money going to come from at retirement? What are going to be your sources of income? Well, the money is going to come from all-day security. All-day security is very easy to calculate because it's based on the number of years you have been a resident of Canada, and also Canada Pension Plan. Now, a CPP is a little different and trickier because it's based on your contributions, and it's a lot more difficult to calculate. So, what I'm going to do is first, I'm going to share with you the application that you need to complete and send into Service Canada in order to get an estimate from your Canada Pension Plan. Once you have that estimate, then I will show you also in this video where to take those numbers, that estimate, and how to use them on the calculators that I have created and I have available online for free. So you can use this free of charge. So let me share with you first the application form in order to request a pension estimate. This is the application that you need to complete to request a pension estimate from Canada Pension Plan. Here is just a set of instructions, and here is the form itself. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper on the form. What you do is, in the way you get this form, you can go to Google and Google this number here at the bottom of the page, ISP 1003, and you will get this form. It's very easy to obtain the form online. And to complete this form, well, you just enter your social insurance number, if you're male or female, your date of birth, just basic personal information, your address, telephone number. And here on section 5, uh, this is a little trickier. Here where it says estimate one, you will enter any age from 40 to 70. So this is not the age at which you will retire. This is the age at which you will stop working and earning income. So when you earn income, you pay into Canada Pension Plan. You make Canada Pension Plan contributions. When you don't earn income anymore, employment or self-employment income, then you don't make any more contributions. Let's say you have a lot of money, you win the lottery, or you get a big inheritance, and you are age 40 or 45 or 50, and you decide to invest that money and live out of investment income. So now you don't have employment income. You're not making contributions to Canada Pension Plan. This is the age that you will enter here when you estimate that you will stop earning employment or self-employment income. So that means you will stop making contributions into Canada Pension Plan. And then you enter the age and the year and the month in which you stop. Let's say on the most common case, you're planning to stop working at age 60. Okay, so then you will enter 60 here on this field, and here the year and the month in which you turn age 60. So let's say year 2026 in month 11 or whatever, you turn age 60. So then the government is going to calculate um, your pension income or CPP income based on age 65, and then you have another two options to request. You can request at age 60 and at age 70. These are typical ages that we want to know in order to calculate retirement, but you can enter any age between age 60 and 70, any age you wish, and the government will calculate how much you will receive. In today's dollars, at that's a specific age. Now they need more information besides that. So you remember that years ago we used to receive families that have kids used to receive the family allowance, or later on called the child tax benefit. So if you're a couple, then well, usually wives are the females are the ones that they receive the family allowance, but it could be also the father that received it. So either you received it or your spouse or common law partner received it. So and then here you enter from which date. If your child was born in Canada, then you enter here in this field the date of birth. If your child was born abroad, you enter here the date in which your child came to Canada and you start receiving the benefit. And up to what age? Well, typically it's age 18, after age 18, or unless the child was live in Canada, left Canada before age 18, you enter that date and the date of birth for the child. If you have more than two kids, then you use an extra sheet of paper where you enter the same information. Then in section 7 here, they ask you if you have ever been on disability, but this is disability under the Canada Pension Plan. So if you've been disabled because you were on workers' compensation for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, that doesn't count. It's disability the Canada Pension Plan has paid to you, yes or not. And then on the second page is for benefits after retirement. So many people retire wants to start collecting Canada Pension Plan at age 60 or at any age and then continue working. So if you continue working, and you are under the age of 65, I mean, between age 60 and 65, and you're already getting paid Canada Pension Plan, so then you have to make mandatory contributions. Then you enter in which year, say you turn 60 in 2025, and in 2026 you work and you make contributions. So you enter year 2026 and how much you think you estimate you will earn in 2026 on your employment income, and you can do that for 3 years. And the same for age 65 to age 70. While age 65 to age 70, after age 65, contributions to the Canada Pension Plan, they're not mandatory, they're optional. But if you do continue working and you do make contributions to Canada Pension Plan, you can do exactly the same thing, with the difference that you may work part of the year and not the full year. So you estimate the earnings for the year, but you said, I plan to contribute all year, yes or not. If it's yes, that's all right, nothing else. If it's no, so if you say no, so the month in which you're planning to stop making contributions, or the month you're planning to start making contributions again, and then the government will send you an estimate for that as well. So then you sign this document, date it, and you go to the last page and you check the province where you live. And if you live in Ontario, you check the postal code because Ontario is divided in two sections. For postal code L, M, and N, this is the address here, and for postal code K and P, here is the Service Canada address where you have to send the document. And in about 4 or 5 weeks, you will receive back a letter with an estimate based on what you have requested. So then in 4 or 5 weeks, when you get those numbers, and you will have also, you will need how much you estimate to have in RRSPs by retirement age, by the moment that you retire. You can ask your financial advisor for this number. The financial advisor number, like let's say you are at age 50, 55, 60, it's very hard for you, will be very difficult for you to estimate how much you will have by retirement unless you have a self-directed RRSP. But most people do not have a self-directed RRSP. So you ask your financial advisor, it says, can you give me an estimate at the rate that I'm saving, how much I will have by retirement age in RRSPs? And the advisor will tell you. It only takes 2 or 3 minutes to calculate that. And then once you have all that information, you're going to go to my website, to pensionbooster.ca, and which I'm going to go now, and I will show you, will share with you the calculators, how to calculate these numbers. This is my website, pensionbooster.ca. Don't worry about writing this down. I will include the link on the descriptions of the video. And this is free of charge. I did it for to help people to calculate their own pensions. And you have a video, a tutorial that you can watch later on. Will take you now to the calculators, and there are three sets of calculators. A budget calculator, I'm not going to go through it now, it's too long, but I have videos that showing the budget calculator and how to use it. I recommend everyone to run this calculator because this is going to help you to understand how much you need to save for retirement in your own terms. Then an income calculator, which we're going to look at now, and then the pension calculator. But let's go to the income calculator. What does this calculator will do for you? Well, calculator, you will say, okay, your financial advisor will tell you that by age 65, you will have, say, $200,000 in RRSPs. Okay. The amount invested will be $200,000. And that money is invested, so you will have a return on investment. So because you are at retirement now, you will calculate the income that you can withdraw. Because you are at retirement, you will be conservative, very conservative, and you estimate that you will get 5% annual return on your investments. And but you're retired. You need money from this 200,000. You need to withdraw money regularly every month, and you think that you will need $2,000 per month, which is $24,000 per year. So you will enter $24,000 here, and there is something called inflation, of course. So because there is inflation, and every year you will need to withdraw a little bit more, and you expect 3%. By the way, you can enter any numbers you like, right? You feel comfortable with. The inflation protection here will be 3%. So every first year you will have 24,000, and then you will receive 3% more every year. So 24,000, 24,720, 25,000 for 61. And here is the cumulative amount of money that you're receiving. And if you do this, if you have $200,000 in year number one, 200,000, you will have 24,000. The total amount that you receive was 24,000. And year number two, you have 184,000 and so on. Well, by year nine, you will run out of money. So if you retire at age 65, by age 74, you will have no more money. Probably this is not your intention. This is not what you want to do. So then $24,000 is a bit too much. Instead of $2,000 per month, let's try what happens, how long the money lasts with $1,000 per month, or $12,000. So what you do is you change this number to $12,000 per year, and let's see what happens. Well, now your money will last in year 20. You will have $18,000 left, and you will need 21,000. So pretty much last 20 years. If you retire at age 65, you will run out of money at age 85. So which is pretty good. And let's say you are okay. You said, okay, I feel confident. I don't care if I run out of my money by age 85. And so you know that you can start withdrawing $1,000 per month from your RRSPs. But we said that we have to see how much does it cost, okay? So we're going to go back to the calculators, and we're going to go to the pension calculator. For the purpose of matters of simplicity, we stick, there are five calculators here. One, two, three, four, five. Therefore, different situations. Calculator number one, look at the heading lines. Use this calculator if you are age 65 or over, single, widow, or divorce. You are one person. Calculator number two, if for a couple with both spouses age 65 or over. Calculator number three is to calculate the income for couples with one spouse is 65 years old or over, and the spouse number two is 59 or younger. Calculator number four is for when one spouse is age 65 or over, and the other spouse is age 60 to age 64 and calculate, and then at age 65, they're both going to be up more than age 65, which is calculator number two again, right? And then calculator number five, which is the least used of all calculators, if for a person that is a survivor, is a widow or a widower with no other income, very little other income, age 60 to 64 with more than 10 years of Canadian residency. So if he has no income at all, he will receive $1,614. But then as you add income, this amount will be decreasing. But for the purpose of knowing how much we can withdraw from RRSPs and when we can withdraw it, we're going to use today calculator number one. Just to, for a matter of simplicity, I'm going to stick to a single person. And here, the very first thing that we calculate here is the all-day security. All-day security is based on the number of years of Canadian residency between age 18 and age 65. So maximum 40, because that's the highest number that you can have, you get the maximum benefit. And minimum 10, because 10 years of Canadian residency is the minimum that you need in order to qualify for all-day security. So in this case, it's 40. But if it's not 40, you can change this to 20 or any number you like. And every time you make a change here on the blue cells, you have to click here on the word calculate to recalculate. So recalculate, so the all-day security gets cut in half because it's half the time. But for the purpose of this presentation, we're going to use 40 years, $713.34 of all-day security between per month from January to March 2024. In April, there will be an increase of 1.2% because it's adjusted to inflation every 3 months. This is all-day security. Based on these numbers, and if there is no any other income, there is a guaranteed income supplement of $1,065. But there is other income because there is Canada Pension Plan. And let's assume that your pension estimate comes that at age 65, you will have, if you retire at 65, you will get $750 of Canada Pension Plan per month. Then you calculate, and your guaranteed income supplement gets reduced to 545, and your total government pension will be $2,008 per month in today's dollars, if this is reality. Now, let's assume that you have that example that we saw out of your own RRSP, $1,000 per month, and you don't have any other income. You don't have an employer pension. You don't have any other income. The only all other income that you're going to have is your RRSPs. Okay, then you enter your $1,000 per month. Remember that we said we estimated in order to make your money last for the next 20 years, you can withdraw $1,000 per month, increase to 3% inflation every year. Okay, so you have $545 of guaranteed income supplement, but when you recalculate because of that $1,000 per month, your guaranteed income supplement goes down to $25. So this $1,000 per month loses $520 of guaranteed income supplement, or 52% of the $1,000 per month. So you take $1,000 per month, 52% goes to the government, and 48% goes to your bank account. This is not a good deal by any means. So if this is your situation, and you're not age 65 yet, well, you probably want to withdraw money from your RRSPs as much as you can, if not all of it, before retirement. Make a good schedule based on how many the number of years that you need to retirement, that you have until retirement, to start withdrawing slowly those RRSP funds, because under this situation, at retirement, you know that your RRSP withdrawals are going to cost you 52% in benefits. But now, before retirement, chances are that you're not going to pay 52% tax. Your tax rate, no matter your income, will be substantially lower than 52%. This way, you avoid that. However, if you already have $1,000 per month because you have an employer pension, And now you have already, and which is unavoidable because what your employer pension is there is not like an RSP. It's up to you to cash it or not to cash it, to save it or not to save it. The employer pension is an employer pension. It's there. So your guaranteed income supplement is pretty much gone. So if you had to add another $1,000 per month coming from your RSPs, they're not going to do much to your guaranteed income supplement because now you're going to have $2,000 per month, and the only thing you have to lose is the $25 of guaranteed income supplement is not going to hurt you at all. So basically, what I'm saying is that if your guaranteed income supplement will be substantial, and the only income you will have is RRSP funds, well, you should consider or look for the options of withdrawing those RRSPs and how much it's going to cost in tax, because if not, a retirement is going to cost you way too much. So not only an employer pension can do this. Also, if you have rental income, or if you happen to have a foreign pension, or any other source of taxable income, any other source of income that you report on your income tax, other than employment income or self-employment, capital gains, and dividends, or tax-free savings account. Tax-free savings account don't do anything, does not interfere with your retirement pension, with your taxes, with anything. Uh, be very careful with all that because it's a lot of money that is going to be in your bank account versus the money ending up in the government's account, which is the least that you want to do. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that I give you some good ideas to save your money. I will see you soon. Give me a like if you can. Subscribe to the channel. It helps me a lot. And don't forget to go to the website to use the pension calculators. They're going to help you a lot. Thanks again. See you soon.